Let's be honest, debt payoff isn't a one and done kind of thing. It's not a quick fix, and it definitely doesn't come with instant gratification. The highs are high, but the lows, they can hit really hard, especially when progress feels slow or when life throws distractions your way. If you've ever thought, this is taking forever, or why do I even bother with this? You're definitely not alone in your debt payoff journey. Today's episode is all about that specific experience. The long, sometimes boring, definitely frustrating part where the shine wears off and we're just left with the work. Hey there, I'm Brett, and welcome back to Pocket Changes, where we're talking real stories, small steps, and finding clarity in your spending plan, all without the guilt trip. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated when you're deep into debt payoff and the initial excitement is long gone. First things first, it's okay to lose steam during this. This is hard, and it's emotionally draining. Debt is personal, and the journey to get out of it can stir up a lot of emotions. Things like shame, frustration, comparison, and even grief for the financial choices that you wish you would have made differently. But motivation doesn't need to come from hype or a vibe. It can come from clarity, from reminding yourself why you started and what you're aiming for now. So let's go ahead and take a second to zoom out. Sometimes seeing the bigger picture can help us remember why we're in this fight, because it's really easy to get caught up in the small details in the day-to-day. In the end, this isn't just about becoming debt-free. It's about gaining freedom. It's about removing stress from your daily life. It's about being able to say yes to what really matters. And it's about peace of mind, future opportunities, and breathing room. So let's break this down with 7 practical strategies that you can implement to help keep us on track and in the fight. Strategy 1 is know your why and keep it visible. For the first strategy, I'm sure you've heard it before, but it's worth repeating. You need a why. Maybe it's just getting out from under the credit card stress. Maybe it's wanting to buy a house or starting a business or just finally feeling in control of your money. Whatever your why is, put it somewhere that you'll see it. Write it down on a sticky note, make it your phone background, say it out loud when you're tempted to blow the budget. Heck, tape it onto your credit card so you see it before you spend. Your why is what anchors you and your motivation floats away. Strategy 2 is about creating milestones and celebrating every single one of them. Paying off debt can feel endless if we're only focused on that big number up at the top, especially when we're just starting. So we need to break it up. We can divide our journey into milestones, whatever makes sense for your specific situation. That can look like every $1,000 that you've paid off, or every credit card balance that gets cleared, or every time your interest charges go down. And then celebrate. Maybe not with a $400 spending spree, but maybe go out and grab your favorite coffee, go for a long walk with a friend, go to a free museum day, have a solo dance party in your living room, whatever feels right to you to celebrate. And I want to add in a couple of pro tips here. First off, consider using a free downloadable debt thermometer that you can color in as you make progress. It's simple, it's visual, and it's surprisingly satisfying. I'll go ahead and link a couple that I'm aware of. And second, if you need to be able to see progress in your debt payoff journey, consider adding a separate line to your monthly spending plan just for the interest charges. If you're using a tool like YNAB, you can give that category a target to set aside another, whatever your current interest amount is. As you pay down your debt balances over time, even though that balance still might seem really high, you're going to see that every month in your budget, there are a few cents or a few dollars that are left over in that interest category. And that few cents and dollars is important because it means that the entire balance is going down. We get to celebrate those few cents and dollars because it's a constant reminder that you are making progress and that in the end, debt is losing its grip on you. Strategy 3 is finding a system that fits your energy and your lifestyle. For this third strategy, remember that the method that you choose matters, not just mathematically, but emotionally. If you haven't already watched my video breaking down the avalanche versus snowball methods that I did last week, I highly recommend it as a starting point. Because here's the truth. You won't stick with a plan that makes you feel like you're constantly losing. but you will stick with a plan that gives you small wins and aligns with how you stay motivated naturally. Strategy 4, stop the comparison spiral. This was a big one for me. Debt journeys are just as unique as the people that are on them. Now, just because somebody on TikTok paid off $80,000 in 12 months doesn't mean that that needs to be your story too. You're not behind, you're not failing, you're building something real and sustainable that takes time. When you catch yourself comparing, take a pause and ask yourself, what's one thing that I have done that I'm proud of lately? And anchor yourself back in your own story. Don't get caught up in theirs. Strategy 5, track progress in more than just dollars. Now, money is measurable, but the progress that you're making, it's emotional, it's mental, and it's behavioral as well. So here are some wins that count. You stopped ignoring your credit card statements when they come in. You built your monthly spending plan template, and you try your best to stick to it. You said no to a purchase that no longer aligned with your new spending values. And you made your first extra debt payment. All of these are milestones. Own them. Celebrate them. Strategy 6, build in accountability doesn't shame you. Whether it's a friend, a partner, a coach, like me, hey there, or a community like we have in the comments here, sharing your goals helps you stay consistent. But it needs to be the right kind of accountability. Not the kind that guilt trips you when you go off track, but the kind that cheers you on, reminds you of your progress, and helps you recenter when you need it. We don't need another talking head on the internet or in our own lives going to yell at us when we already know that we messed up. If you don't have someone like that in your own life, let me be that person for you. Seriously, comment below, shoot me a message, or check out the information about my coaching services in the description below. Strategy 7, expect the slumps and plan for them. Neither progress nor motivation are linear. It's just a fact. They fade, life gets busy, emergencies pop up, you will hit walls. Plan for it. And do this by giving yourself grace, coming back again and again and again to your why, like we talked about in strategy 1. You can adjust your plan when life shifts, and you can take a break if you need to, but do not quit. Remember, discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want right now. To end this video, I want to remind you, you are capable of doing hard things. This debt, it doesn't define you. And every single payment, no matter how small, is a step towards something better. So stay consistent, stay honest, and most of all, stay kind to yourself. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more practical and encouraging money advice, and share your favorite way to stay motivated on your debt payoff journey down below. I'd love to see the strategies that you implement. Until next time, keep finding the win on your own debt payoff journey, and I'll see you soon.